Well, I'm here with Gary Stevens again, and a man who has all the toys has a new toy. And we're going to take a flight in it today. Okay, Gary, so tell me about this airplane. It's obviously a V-Tail Bonanza, but what year model, what's the designation?
It is a 1976 V-35B. I hunted and flew just a ton of them before I found this airplane, and it was just absolutely perfect for me. It has the big engine. It has the IO 550, 300 horsepower in it, and she's just a beast, man.
Okay, so last time we were together, we flew a new Cirrus SR-20, which is in its own right an incredible aircraft.
Yep.
There's some very big differences between that airplane and this one.
Yep.
Why don't you run them down a little bit for us?
Well, I mean, that's a composite airplane. It's a new design. This is obviously a much older design. This airplane is 40-something years old. The design is 60 years old. Being a V-35B, it's a little bit bigger than some of the other models. It's the last generation of the V-Tail that was made.
Well, everybody knows that V-Tail Bonanza owners are proud of their aircraft. There must be something to that.
It's just like anything else. We all have a personality, and it's about finding an airplane that gives you what you and your flying personality needs. And that's what I have here. I have an airplane that works for me. It doesn't mean that a guy who's a hardcore Cirrus guy is going to get in this airplane and fall in love the way I did.
Well, let's take a look at the inside so we can see kind of what the difference is.
Yeah, and that's the one thing that the airplane's getting is a new interior. And the paint's in fantastic shape. The avionics suite works for now. I've got a JPI engine monitor that's coming in. That's the biggest, baddest one that's going to be installed, as well as some reconfiguration of the panel. But as you can see, if you get on in there, I have two 430 WAS. I obviously have the Aspen glass, but I still have enough analog gauges to kind of turn my old school style on. I do have air conditioning. That's something that's very rare in the Bonanzas, so that's been nice. That's what that controller is over there to the left under the window, is for my air conditioner. And that's pretty much it. I've got it set up as 4 seats. There's a 5th seat that'll go in the back if I ever need it, but that kind of gets you too far into the rear CG, so I don't have any plans of flying with it. I've got the big baggage door and so forth. You can kind of see the upholstery's not in bad shape, but it's due for a refresh, especially the armrests. But otherwise, she's perfect. I've got tinted window inserts. And she's just the perfect bird for me, like I said.
All right, let's go fly it.
Let's do it.
Oh, while Gary's getting the airplane set up, I'm going to distill all my viewers a bit about what the difference is between a B-35B and the J-35 I fly, which is a 1958 variation.
Clear prop. Nothing like the sound of a big bore Continental.
No doubt about that.
With most airplanes, they start out thinking about economy and stuff like that, so airplanes start out there a little smaller. And as things move along, they want to put more people in them, add more bags. And so the V-35B, got a bigger engine, a little bit longer fuselage, and took it way up to the top of the performance envelope. So this airplane has an IO 550 in it, which is a 550 cubic inch 6-cylinder opposed. power plant, and my airplane has a 470 in it. Both of them are fuel injected. And Gary's Bonanza set up a whole lot like mine. Actually, he's got you know, the same Garmin 430W unit ×2 in his airplane. I have one in mine. He's got an Aspen sort of integrated display, playing pretty much the same information that I have in my airplane. Got a more digitized artificial horizon, but very similar all the way around.
And Taylor Bonanza 60 Mike Lima is going to be taxiing parallel 17 Taylor. Setting up for banner operation down here.
There we go.
Looks like I missed a spot when I was cleaning the windshield the other day.
Nice to have it in a hangar, isn't it?
It is. Yeah. So I don't have to clean it every time. I just clean it when I get home and then
clean it, put her away.
This will be a shorter taxi than the last video that we made.
Yeah.
In Georgetown. Feel that air conditioning hitting the back of your head?
Yeah.
So with the new interior, it'll be primed in. It hits here once we take off, but that secondary blower doesn't kick in until we actually get off.
Works really nice. I want to get some pictures of that when we get done with the flight, because I'm sure a lot of the Bonanza guys that watch my videos are gonna be interested in how that's done in this airplane.
Yeah, and the cool thing about it is it's removable. I've got a buddy who's got same airplane as mine, and he went with the big, you know, $30,000 air conditioner insert, and we compared the two, and mine, especially, I think one of the big advantages I have is the tinted window inserts, which you're not getting it today because I took yours out, but my window, and then obviously the backs are much darker.
Yeah.
Sitting here doing a high-speed taxi up this hill.
Here in Texas in July, that's a serious advantage.
So that's a big deal. But mine was better than his at cooling the cabin down, especially on the ground. And mine was, I don't know, 65, $7 grand. I think I've got the receipts for it. Obviously, the previous owner installed it, but whereas his was over 30,000. So. Yeah, it's a great benefit, and if I ever need the weight or in the winter, I can take it out. It's removable. It doesn't require an STC. Now, once I have it installed where it blows 100% through the vents here, that will require one, but they offer that, so it's not a big deal.
They're really seamless how they go in. You can't even really tell they're there.
That's right.
It's kind of a neat.
Unless you get in the back and start looking through you really start tearing the airplane apart. You can't tell from up here. All right, let's run this thing up and we'll be on our way. So if you'll handle frequencies, I'm assuming you know how to work a 430 watts.
I think I can figure that out, yeah.
All right. Get this nose wheel straightened out just a little bit better. Brake check. I just had the brakes redone too, so first flight after watch your arms, legs.
Sorry about that.
Controls free, clear, and correct. Go full rich. We've got good temperatures now, so we'll go ahead and roll it up to 1700. Big block engine. We're not gonna throw the power up in there. Everything is, it relates to power. Pulling and pushing is all gentle. So with a digital tack, you're always chasing that perfect number, but that's close enough. We're gonna go mag check. We'll go 2 clicks left. Back to both. 1 click left. All right, within range. Back to both. Go prop. In. Wait for that manifold pressure to hit real hard. All right, everything's in the green. Everything looks good. Gonna check idle. Oh, idle's one of those I like to check real quick.
Absolutely.
There we go. So we're good.
Okay, I was set up for Austin approach once we get out of here.
Yeah, so 127-225. Got it? All right, and that's on COM 1. Okay, I think we're good to go if you're good to go, sir. We're on the Unicom
Good
for
to go.
Taylor. I don't see anybody on final over there. We've got one piece of traffic at 7,000 feet. Looks like they're flying based on where they are, it looks like they're flying a high pattern, but they're not, so.
Well, we picked a beautiful morning for it.
We did. Everything looks good. The wind hasn't moved on us. We've got Clarinatus. We're ready to go. Oh, there she is. Look at that bad boy.
Yeah.
Big dog probably coming in approach at Austin. And Taylor, Bonanza 60 Mike Lima is taking the active 17 for a westbound departure. Taylor.
Dead Oshkosh?
Not yet. Everybody knows I'm going to Oshkosh, so they're all waiting for me to make that departure. Get us lined up right here. We got 17, everything looks good. You ready, sir?
Ready.
Your door is secure, your seatbelt is on. Everything's good. Here we go. Gauges are in the green, brakes are holding. Let's go. I'm still rolling the power on. Still rolling, airspeed's alive. Everything's in the green. And we'll let her just come on back. And she's ready to fly. Tap the brakes. And we're out of runway, so gear's coming up. Building speed. Currently climbing 900 feet per minute.
Traffic bands 12045.
And we're still climbing at 110 knots at 900 feet a minute. A little bit of haze. We're going to go ahead and start our right-hand turn. Get this nose trimmed down a little bit. And Taylor traffic Bonanza 60 Mike Lima is off 17. Make a right turn out. Last call, Taylor. All right.
Clear to traffic bands 12045. Left base.
I'm going to start rolling power and prop back.
You know, you fly a V-tail long enough, if you don't have that little bit of tail wag, you wonder what the heck's going wrong.
Okay, that's the truth.
Base 18, capabilties.
All right, let's get a little efficient. And whenever you get a chance, if you'll switch me over to approach, I appreciate it.
Get this thing.
Bands 12045. Final 17 McGregor.
You got it loaded up here, 127.
Yeah, it should be
I
good.
got it.
Okay. I gotta get this camera. We're getting the instrument panel, because...
All right, help on it. Let me make this call. Austin approach, Bonanza 60 Mike Lima, VFR request.
November 60 Mike Lima, Austin approach your request.
Yes, sir. Bonanza 60 Mike Lima is about 3 miles southwest of T74, headed to Tango 82, request following at 6,500.
Zero Mike Lima, what was the destination airport again?
Tango 82, 60 Mike Lima.
Zero Mike Lima, and last question, type aircraft.
We are Bonanza V-35B.
Thank you.
So we're still climbing at better than 700 feet a minute. A slower climb down a little bit. I don't know. We may be able to just hang at 4,000.
Lima squawk 4561.
4561, 60 Mike Lima.
9 Delta Tango, contact approach 119.0.
4561.
339 Delta Tango, contact approach 119.0.
9.0, 339 Delta Tango, thanks for your help.
Problem, sir. Number 60 Mike Lima, your radar contact 5 miles southwest of Taylor, altimeter 3004.
3004, 60 Mike Lima.
American 10.
Beautiful day, smooth air.
132.15, good day.
Now, this is kind of unusual. Usually in the mornings, this time of year here in Central Texas, you've got, you know, low cloud cover that's breaking up and clearing out. But this morning we were blessed with it.
Legion 757 off the approach, expect the ILS for 18 right.
18 right.
And approach Bonanza 60 Mike Lima. We requested 6,500. We like to stay at 4,500.
November 0 Mike Lima, approved as requested.
Thank you, sir. 60 Mike Lima.
One of the things I really like what Gary's got going in this airplane is he's got backup.
Climate maintain
He's got airspeed indication on 2 different instruments, and he's got his horizontal
November to center maintain 7,000.
stuff as well as attitude indicator in 2 different instruments. So if it starts to lose stuff, he's got backups. To, you know,
85 degrees at altitude. We got the sun beating down on us, and that air conditioner's kicking, man.
it's very comfortable.
One of the joys of this Bonanza is throwing that air conditioner on just like we had in the Cirrus, man.
Yeah, and it's all electric, right? So for the most part.
Yeah, there's no draw on the engine other than power, and I can control how many amps it pulls over here. If for some reason I need to go to my backup alternator, obviously I can throw it off, or if something looks weird, I can turn it down.
November 4 Alpha November, traffic 11 to 12 o'clock, 5 miles, turning westbound, Cessna 4,500.
What do you think? She's smooth?
Very, very. I don't know if I told you, but you know, one of the first guys I approached, a client of mine, had a very similar airplane to this, and that was my first ride in a V-Tail Bonanza.
Nice.
And I spent a lot of time flying all over with him in that airplane, and he did the same kind of thing you're doing. He took a really nice airplane to begin with, and he just kept making it nicer.
Yep.
And I was a little disappointed. I actually had some plans to try to acquire that airplane when I bought mine. The deal fell through, but it got me hooked on V-Tail Bonanzas early on. So that was some 30 years ago, probably.
I bet you I know who that is too. Oh no, it's JJ. Never mind. Just say that.
Aircraft parachute operation.
Wonder if that's Gary out here flying around in that.
4,500 and below.
What's that little seaplane that we both flew?
Oh yeah, the Icon A5.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're over his stomping grounds for sure.
And he's literally right above the water, so. But wrong tail number. Either that or he picked up a new one.
Mike Lima, contact Houston Center 134.2.
1342, 60 Mike Lima, good day.
Good day.
Flip flop.
120.907.
Houston Center, Bonanza 60 Mike Lima, with you 4,500.
60 Mike Lima, Houston Center, hello. Freddy altimeter 3009er.
3009er, 60 Mike Lima.
So I see we're burning fuel off of the right-hand fuel indicator. What kind of fuel tank configuration does this airplane have? Capacity and number of tanks and what have you?
So it has the stock twin tanks on the
I'm sorry, can you repeat
wings.
that again?
So 77 total, 74 usable.
American 7069.
We're burning right because that was obviously my fullest tank taking off. Left looks like it's making fuel, but it's not. It's, you know, these analog gauges are going to be part of the process.
In my airplane, the engine will dump excess fuel back into the left tank.
Yep, that's true. Yeah, that's true of this airplane as well.
2715 for American 1965. Good day.
I'm just going to set up for the next.
Gillespie County Airport. Automated weather observation. 1458 Zulu. Weather. Wind 220 at 4. Visibility 10. Clear below 12,000. Temperature 26 Celsius. Dew point 20. Altimeter 300.
All right, so we're pretty much going to have almost a direct crosswind, but it's so calm.
Eastern Center, good morning. Descend via the Lakes for your arrival heading south. The altimeter is 3003.
Okay, so I got your Unicom for the destination set up in the second radio. If you want to kind of see what traffic's like over there at any point, it's ready to go. So
What I'm seeing on the screen here, there's not much.
there's not much, yeah. I'll tell you what, this little airport can get crazy.
Oh, yeah.
People love to go over here and have the milkshakes and the bomber burgers.
Yep.
So, boy, this used to be my big instrument, man, in the day. The GPS 396, I remember that thing first came out.
That bad boy's coming out of here just as soon as possible.
My buddy who had his V-35B, I brought it along. He had never seen one.
595 with you.
And we flew out to Santa Fe, picking our way through thunderstorms with that thing. We thought we were in heaven.
I bet.
On a flight level 230, you know.
Yeah, this is an airport I'm always super careful when I fly in on the weekends. I mean, always careful no matter what, but this one in particular. I flew in here one time on a Saturday morning. Somehow or another, the radio got screwed up, and instead of 227, I was on 2207.
Houston Center, Cessna 739.
There must have been 4 or 5 guys in the pattern. I came right on in, couldn't understand why none of them were talking to me.
Been there and done that.
Landed. Everybody was cool. They're like, we were all talking about you, so even though you weren't talking to us, we were watching you.
It never, yeah, that never happens. Yeah, so what I usually do here is fly a wide, because the Bonanza is so much more versatile than most of the other aircraft.
2214, contact.
I fly a higher, wider pattern because I can come down and bleed off speed much easier than most of them can. Or, you know,
well, no matter what, yeah.
In case of a little Cessna or whatever, they've got one speed, that's what it is, so you factor around that, you know.
Yeah, it's incredible what this airplane will do. I took a guy the other day, he had flown out to one of the local airports in his 152 and came back and realized he had the courtesy car keys. He flew into College Station. For him, it's like an hour and 15 minutes each way. And he just asked me, hey man, can you run me out there? If you're out flying around, you mind running me out there? I said, no. Well, it was overcast, or not overcast, it was broken. And it was nearly overcast. And he was all kinds of nervous. I said, oh man, we're in a Bonanza. If there's a hole,
Entering right base.
I'm gonna get it. Don't worry about it, you know. And sure enough, man, we popped up through. We were at 3,500 before I left the pattern at Taylor. I don't know if I told you or not, but so I've owned this airplane now 2 months, and I'm at
Mississippi County, Cirrus 767 Bravo Sierra.
65 hours. You know, flying the hell out of it. So.
Have a nice day.
Have a good day.
Yeah, well, I'm hoping to get back in mine and do some flying again one of these days, so I'm still waiting on the FAA to tell me whether or not they're going to let me fly airplanes anymore.
I get it.
I'm pretty sure they're going to, but...
All right, I'm going to start setting up for landing.
Okay.
Really, all that means is I'm going to turn off the autopilot and have a little fun. Now, like I said before, you know, we fly these things with our feet on the ground, and I'm going to start rolling power back a little bit. We're going to start our descent real gradual.
Yeah, so we're doing 172 knots right now, true airspeed.
Correct.
We're at coming down from 4,600 feet, roughly. That could be a scenario in a Cirrus that's really important to stay on top of. Having flown Cirrus is probably not as much as Gary has, but quite a bit.
Direct Foxtrot.
They're real slippery, and they do not like to slow down.
Correct.
After LOL, Foxtrot. After LOL, direct Buzz.
I've got speed brakes in this thing, or as us Bonanza guys call it. I've got landing gear. So.
Gillespie County traffic, Bonanza 3460, taking active.
Let's turn off the Unicom over there. Just wait for the end.
So that was a Bonanza taking the active.
327 Golf, Houston Center, Fredericksburg, altimeter 3009er. 3009, 27 Golf.
Center Bonanza 60 Mike Lima has Gillespie County insight.
0 Mike Lima, Roger. Radar service terminated. Once CFR change device frequency. I do have a couple targets right in the vicinity of there. Just use caution as you hit a level. What's called sure. Yes, have a nice day.
Okay, 60 Mike Lima, good day. Well, let's go ahead and switch over to that.
Alright,
I'll just switch it here.
Okay.
Runway 14, Cherokee.
Turn that one off. Yeah, there you go. Alright. And we're what, about 11 miles out?
Good to me.
Gillespie County, Bonanza 60 Mike Lima is about 11 miles east of the field, 4,500 descending. We're going to overfly the field, enter the right pattern for 1-4 Gillespie.
Cirrus Sky traffic ran 6 X-ray Victor is 10 miles east at 2,500 en route Gillespie.
6 miles east.
That's this guy.
That's that guy.
Sure.
Not guaranteed that there's not somebody else there too. It's one of the reasons.
All right, I'm gonna start pulling the power. We're gonna get way back, bottom into the green, roll the prop forward just a little bit.
You catch what he looks like? He's moving pretty fast. Did you catch what he's flying?
I did not. And we'll go mixture full ridge.
But he should be all right. Looks like he's going to just cut on in, and then if you overfly and enter right downwind, then should space out things pretty well. So.
Gillespie County, Bonanza 60 Mike Lima is 6 miles to the east, 4,000 descending. We're going to overfly and enter right pattern 1-4 Gillespie. So we're slowing down. We're already within gear speed. I'm going to over and fly the end of the runway down here. Give us
Gillespie County traffic ran 6 X-ray Victor is 5 miles east at 2,500 en route Gillespie.
And Gillespie County, Bonanza 60 Mike Lima is overflying the field, 3,000 in a right pattern for 1-4 Gillespie. See a windsock down there?
Yep, you got a
little bit of crosswind.
Crosswind, not a whole lot. Looks like it's pretty light.
And Gillespie County, Bonanza 60 Mike Lima is 2,800 entering right pattern for right downwind for 1-4 Gillespie.
Hey, traffic.
Full traffic, there's
Northwest will be entering a right base for 1-6. Traffic light forward,
All right.
Left downwind, 18
Get these wings level.
185.
And bleed some speed. Gear coming down. Gear down. So one of the things we didn't talk about, Dale, is I will be asking you periodically, 3 green, 3 green. Just confirm 3 green. You don't need to say.
Find them, yep.
Yeah, just 3 green. If you don't see 3 green, give me a 2 green, a 1 green, a no green. To be able to see them, the bright light is on.
Gillespie County traffic
Right.
ran 6 X-ray Victor is 2 miles east is crossing midfield for right downwind 1-4 Gillespie County.
And let me turn in. We're going to overshoot this just a little bit, but at Gillespie County, Bonanza 60 Mike Lima is turning right base, 1-4 Gillespie.
Cherokee County, Skyhawk Manor 123 Hotel, right crosswind, runway 14. We'll be departing to the north. Cherokee County.
And Gillespie, Bonanza 60 Mike Lima, short final 1-4 Gillespie.
Gillespie traffic 6 X-ray Victor is crossing midfield for right downwind 1-4 Gillespie.
We'll go full flaps.
lot more airplane to fly than in a Cirrus SR20, isn't it?
Bonanza 60 Mike Lima is clear of the active 14 Gillespie.
Pretty forgiving airplane, though.
Ready to clean up the airplane. Flaps are up. All flaps are open. Temps are all still good. You want to try to eat?
Yeah, let's get something to eat. All I've had so far was some coffee, so.
All right. Another V-Tail.
I'll call that there. 31 days.
All right, AC off.